Okay, guys, I'm gonna head this.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think we're gonna do really well. I'm so excited.
You're gonna get a good mark.
Oh!
Oh wait! Did we include the energy transfer stuff? Jeremy, get back! Part A, pictorial representation.
At event 1, you collide with your group member with an initial velocity of 4.3 meters per second and you start to slide on the ground. Due to friction, you slow down with an unknown constant negative acceleration and eventually come to a rest, which is event 2. The system mass is 99.99 kilograms. We know that the coefficient of friction between the jeans and the floor is 0.5. We do not know the values for delta T or displacement.
Part B, physics representation.
Since the acceleration is constant, velocity is decreasing at a constant rate. The normal and gravitational forces are equal. The only horizontal force is friction. Kinetic energy from you and your group member is transferred to the ground as thermal energy.
Part C, word representation.
Due to the friction between the jeans and the ground, there is negative acceleration. Thus, you and your group members slow down and eventually come to a rest because of friction. As soon as you start sliding, the kinetic energy from you and your friend is directly transferred to the floor as thermal energy due to friction. We are assuming that both the acceleration and initial velocity are constant.
Part D, mathematical representation.
To begin, we will find the system mass by adding together the masses of you and your group member. We then use the system mass to calculate the force of gravity. Thus, we also find the force of normal as these two calculations are equal. We know this because there is no vertical displacement and the vertical net force is 0. We then calculate the force of kinetic friction by substituting the coefficient of kinetic friction between the jeans and the floor and the force of the normal. By doing so, we find the net force. After this, we use the net force and system mass to calculate the acceleration. Finally, we substitute v1, v2, and acceleration into one of the big 5 equations to calculate this displacement. Therefore, you and your friend slide for approximately 1.89 meters.
Thank you for watching, guys.